Okay, YouTubers, welcome to my video. This, unfortunately for me, is the remains of the inside of an ice machine that I had. I took it apart as it stopped working. Sadly, the electrical circuitry inside decided to die. So I've got it in pieces, and this is the main components that are still in one piece. Compressor, cooling with the fan there. Solenoid valve which regulates the gas to to make the ice drop off when it freezes. So I discovered there is a way of actually powering it up without the circuitry, so I'll show you that. So just going back to solenoid quickly, this connection will be 12 volts, so if you just power 12 volts across there, that'll click that solenoid valve in. Once you make this freeze, it will unfreeze it at the moment that is energized. Okay, so I'll show you what I discovered on a bit of information on the internet. So first thing first, we're looking at the main little control panel which is attached to the compressor as one component. So we got negative and positive. Now this is powered from 12 or 24 volts. Just below, if I move that wire, we have the fan. So we've got the plus for the fan, positive, and negative for the fan, negative. That is still connected at the moment. The fan is still all connected, not being removed. Now this is the interesting part. So once you power the connection, I've got the connection here. So in my case 1224 as I just mentioned. And we've got the fuse in line. Once we power that up, to enable it to work, we need to short out C, which in this case is the orange wire, and T, in this case, which is the red wire. The colours will vary on whatever your setup is. Now this is what's regarded as a DC compressor. I saved the circuit diagram which was on the back of the machine and stuck it there, just so we've got some idea. This uses 60 watts. I've got the power supply, which the power supply is, they state 12 volts, but the actual main supply is 14.5. Now, I will plug it in and show you how to power it up to make some ice. Okay, so like I mentioned, there's that connection between the C and the T. So in my case, it's these two wires here, so I'll twist them together, or if I touch them together, there is a slight delay, but you'll see the fan come on. There we go. Now that compressor has kicked on. So I'm just going to pause the video, just twist them together, just say stay together, so I can just go through with two hands. Okay, so I just put my hand there, so there's the wires twisted together. Now if you left that on indefinitely, that compressor will just constantly keep going. There's no thermostat in between here, which is obviously recommended if you've got kind of a setup. Now I'll just show you up the top here. It is actually starting to form some ice. So the machine's working apart from the circuitry, so we bypass all the circuitry. This is the old circuitry that was in the box, so we discarded that at this stage and we've directly connected it. So we bypassed safeties, I guess, but this is low voltage and I'm not going to leave it on long enough to burn out the compressor. So this is just a bit of science. So over here we got that solenoid, as I mentioned, solenoid valve, and there's the connection to it. I've got a spare lead here, which is a power out, which was the power in for the circuitry. Don't know, I'm just going to pause the video. If I can carefully connect those to that, we will see it de-ice up the top here. So I'll just show you that, how that works. Just one moment. So I've kind of wedged two wires together there. Hopefully I can touch these two together without shorting anything. Now, just a little word of warning, you do this, you can get a little tiny bit of feedback from the coil, so I recommend doing it via a switch. Now watch the ice at the top when I connect it, you'll hear the click. And it instantly melts away. And when I let go, that unclicks and it will form ice again. The ice will start forming again. There we go, starting to ice up around this area here. Anyway, I just thought this might be useful information if people like hacking things like me. You can do what you want with the experiments you want, but I may try to find a little housing to put around here and see if I can make a little cooling fan. And I'll somehow put a thermostat in so I don't burn out the compressor, and just experiment in making a little miniature aircon. That's one of my thoughts. Or I could probably get the old mechanism cup, put some water in there and play around and make some ice, which I did earlier by filling that with water and cupping it up and down once it's all frozen up, and it still makes ice. Okay, your thoughts are your own, but I just wanted to share this. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.